Hello, kicking YouTube. Welcome back to episode 74 of Slayer 7. We're still in the maze, but we are making progress as the teams either figure out how to get through things or bypass things based on decisions that they've made, but might not quite understand yet. And so with that, we hop on in. You guys ended. Well, unless anybody wants to recap. Just chaotic room after chaotic room. They get through the pool, get through the animated armor with some last second high level dispel magic.
Which we should have thought of in the first place, but the party was just like, oh no, let's just start
Ankylosaurus in there.
Yeah, Ankylosaurus firing and stabbing at the armor. And Alita walked in and was like,
great.
fuck this.
No, fuck this, I don't want to fight
magic.
shit. Yeah.
And you guys ran through real quick, and you guys find yourself at a sundial.
Mm-hmm. What's the shadows doing on this thing?
I think the last thing we said was when we got here, we all decided to crash.
Oh no. Two
no.
people decided to crash. Nobody agreed with that.
Yeah.
The gnomes decided they were going to go take a nap, but
the gnomes are getting picked up by Cecile. And no,
Probably
we're not stopping. Not fucking here.
What's on the sundial?
So we got sundials pointing to Okay.
I think the first time we got here, sundial was pointing north.
So we got
Second time it was
there are
doing
three shadows. You've got one pointing north, and then to either side of you, here and here. So it kind of makes a triangle pointed shape.
West.
We went away from the shadows last time.
Yeah,
we
we
went
went
south
west.
last time.
Did we go southwest or did we go west?
We went south last time.
Oh, we went south. So we
Yeah,
went
because
down
that
this
was
way.
the majority ruling was south. So, what was it? Hadrian had the idea to split the difference last time, but it's kind of hard to split the difference with 3.
We do have 5 exits this time. Or 4.
We've
4 or
got
5.
this one. We've got south, west, east, northeast.
So far,
And
the shadows have
northwest.
been 1, 4, 3, and 2. Yes, or 1, 4, 2, 3, right? The shadows.
Technically,
originally-
shadow. So, shadow pointing to 12 o'clock for the first one. The shadows were pointing in 4 directions the second time
Or
to the corners.
two,
The
And then we got
corners.
sucked
Good.
in.
way.
And then it was 12 and 3.
Yeah.
The last time we were here. And now it is 12.
5 and 7.
5
Yeah.
and 7. Yeah.
The shadow numbers have been 1, 4, 2, 3.
So the first
We
time,
followed it the first time.
the first time it was the
First time
corners.
here. First time was here. Straight ahead. That was the first time we were in here. The second time was here, 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 but we got sucked in. When we landed after getting sucked in, it was here and here. And now we
Oh.
just came in, and it's here, here, and here.
Don't know if I did it right putting my hand over it, though.
And then the
Mhm.
last time it was north, east, And now it's north, south, west, and southeast.
According to my notes of taking things. So
We
let's
can
see.
go.
Last time, well, we
last-
don't know if
Yeah.
what we did last time was correct anyway. That's
Right.
the main thing. We haven't gotten any closer to the tower, right?
That you can tell.
I'll be right back, everybody.
Because every time
So-
you've looked, no matter where you are in the hedge, the tower always seems to be in the same spot wherever you look.
So again, just to get this correct, because I'm trying to write this down.
Mhm.
First time it was north.
Yep.
Second time it was northwest, northeast,
west.
southwest, southeast.
Should go west.
Third time it was north and east. And now it's north, southwest, and south.
Right.
I think we should go west because that's the only direction we haven't gone that the shadows haven't covered.
Right. That's
So-
I would say it's too as well. The shadows have not covered that area. We could. That is one possible way we could go if we follow no shadow rule.
So you're talking about going this way?
That's
Yeah,
my thought.
I agree with.
Yeah.
agree with.
It's the one
Alyssa,
place the shadows
um,
haven't been.
All right. So you guys start heading down the western
Yeah.
path.
I say yes.
Say
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. I've scooped up Timbers because Timbers stated he plopped on the ground and I've just scooped him up. I'll just tell him, like, we can rest once get out of this stupid maze. But I do not want to rest in this maze.
We shouldn't rest on enchanted ground anyway.
No.
That's asking for trouble.
That time's funky. Based on our shadows, how many hours have passed now, Tim?
You guys have potential 6 hours,
6 hours?
approximately 6 hours
Based on shadows.
since you've
okay.
entered the maze. Alrighty. So as you guys disappear, follow the path down the western front,
Mhm.
you eventually come across an open field.
An open field.
How open are we talking?
Enough that
Oh,
I gotta
that's pretty
shift the
heckin'
map.
big.
All right. So
That's pretty big.
you emerge from the path into a into an area far larger than any open area you'd expect to encounter in the garden maze. This rectangular space must be 90 feet across, with its far side almost 150 feet away. It looks like a boulder-strewn pasture with a large pond on one side and a fenced vegetable garden, an oversized cottage on the other. Sheep graze in the pasture, tended by a pair of cyclops, but none of them are moving. They all appear frozen in time.
Sheep included.
Sheep included.
Wait, where are the sheep?
Sheep are just all throughout the main section here. So you got your pond, you have your vegetable garden, and then the sheep are just kind of scattered.
When you say frozen in time, are we talking like they've got normal skin tone?
Yeah.
Okay.
They just don't seem to be moving. And you guys are like on the edge, even though your tokens are inside. I'm assuming you guys are still
Yeah.
like with the shield still
These
at
are
the
10-foot
edge here.
squares.
Yes.
And I investigate the garden. What is in the garden? Like, are there fruits, vegetables?
It's just
Do
a
I need to
vegetable
roll
garden.
Something?
Well, to get a really close look, you'll have to enter the area. Or are you just trying to look from where you're standing?
Same thing as last time. Pick up a pebble, throw it in. Does anything?
Throw a pebble, toss it in. As soon as you throw it, it gets about like maybe 5 feet in front of you, and then it freezes.
It stops like midair.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're not going to get past this easily if we step into it. We're just going to get frozen entire ourselves.
Can I look? Are the Cyclopses looking anywhere?
Not anything in particular. Probably down at the ground, looking at their sheep.
How many sheep are there?
There's probably like a dozen or so.
I feel like that information is irrelative.
Yeah. Is there any? So we've got Cyclops, we've got sheep, we've got this pool of water.
This is the little shack you were talking about, right? Or the cottage. Right here.
Cottage.
You said there was
We did-
either,
In a building.
yeah, some sort of building.
Especially an oversized cottage. Oh yeah, oversized cottage.
Okay.
I forgot that's just the roof.
Based off of where the sheep are and where the Cyclopses are, can I pinpoint like a center point? Because you said like 5 feet in, it just that pebble just stopped midair.
Mm-hmm.
If I peek, like without, pushing in, can I look off to the left and right and see if I can see anything? Like just from standing at an edge without pushing my head past.
Probably wouldn't get to like the corners, but you could probably
No,
get,
I know I wouldn't get to the corner.
yeah, you
I know
can
I'd
look
probably
around.
get like maybe there-ish.
Yeah.
There-ish.
Is there
Do I
anything that
see
you're
anything? Just like I don't know, an object or like a statue or something.
Hmm. What you see is pond, vegetable garden, the cottage, and a bunch of sheep and boulders and a couple of cyclops. From what you guys can see at the entryway, there doesn't seem to be any effigies, statues, any other constructed items that you guys have experienced in the other rooms.
How?
I'm gonna ask if I can try this. Can I? Should I should say, put like a finger past the 5 feet?
I feel like it might hurt you, but
Might hurt me. Okay, I'm just
If
saying.
you want to try a finger, maybe your pinky.
Yeah,
if
I was saying
anything.
pinky. Yeah.
not your shooting finger.
Yes.
So you take your pinky and like try to stick it past the
The
edge of the
5
maze.
feet. Yeah.
You almost kind of feel your finger pass through something. But then as you like stint there, as you like try to wiggle it, you realize that it doesn't move. It doesn't hurt. You don't take anything from it. It's just there.
I say okay.
you
My finger's
pull your-
stuck.
Well, can you pull it back?
Let me try. I'll pull it back.
Pull it back out, and once it's fully been pulled out, you can move it again.
Okay,
And in a weird
It's a
way, your
stasis
finger
field.
feels fresh.
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 At this
Like
point,
like how someone would feel after they just got out. If you were to like really vigorously wash your hands and it's like your hands feel nicer and cleaner than the rest of you. That one finger awkwardly feels just fresher than
So
the rest of
I'm
your
gonna
hand.
try. Go ahead.
I was gonna say at this point, could I do like an Arcana check to see if it's like a field of zone, like a protection zone, like it's a illusion that's like protecting them and saying
You
they're
are
a stop
more than
time.
willing to roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
I want to assist with that.
All right, then roll it with advantage, Mouse.
I have a +8. And my game is so laggy.
Suspense.
What did it lose to get with the investigation?
Oh,
I can't see the rolls. Why is this happening?
No, you're not the only one.
Mouses hasn't shown up yet.
there we
My
go.
No, I
mouse is
mean
great.
like
There
the
it is.
numbers are merged all the way into the side of my scroll bar, and they've never done that before. I can't see them.
Ooh,
I'd refresh. If anything.
I did.
I'd close it and reopen
23.
then.
Nice.
All right. So you rolled an Arcana check. You, Sammy, you rolled an investigation check to look for what specifically?
I'm just trying to see if there's anything that really stands out. It's funny that you're just now seeing that because I rolled that as soon as we entered the room.
I
What's
wasn't
it?
paying attention to it.
Okay.
It said you
Oh.
rolled it 7 minutes ago, not.
I know
Now.
everybody was like, I look
Mhm.
around, but it was trying to go through everyone individually. Like, what are you looking
Yeah.
for?
I still
Um,
can't.
CC, your Arcana check.
Mhm.
You kind of realize that it's some sort of a bubble
Right.
and encompasses this entire area. And how your pinky feels and how the extra dimensional maze has treated you guys so far, you think that this area resides in its own time frame that is different from the rest of the maze.
I would immediately say this is a different. There's a bubble around it having its own time period, not time period, time zone. Of it's different in a way of this. Our time is different than theirs. That we are, if we step in, we're not freezing, or we might
I
not
just thought of
stand
something.
still.
This
What's up?
whole maze is about time.
Right.
The entire thing is about time. What
Yeah.
do sundials do?
Tell time. I mean, that's why. Except having 3 shadows makes no sense.
So wait, if that means
If we come to another sundial room where there is a singular shadow, we go into that shadow, we follow it. Or we go into the sundial.
Or yeah,
Uh,
The whole thing is about time.
I'm gonna
so that means
look.
if we, oh,
Sorry. I know we're on a
no, you're
different
good.
task, but it just kind of came to
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
my question is, if we were to step in, I'm not saying we are. I'm just saying if we were to step in, it would be whatever time it is there. But when we step out, it'll be back to our original time, or will it be like, oh, it's 3 days have passed?
Likely.
likely.
It doesn't
are-
know. It
the
we
shadows.
won't know though.
Okay.
Our shadows, though, aren't doing the same thing as the time dial. Our shadows
Exactly.
so far, I've been clocking. We've been in here at least 6 hours, going off of when we first stepped in and what our shadows have done. Because if we act like a sundial, you point north where your shadow is, going to tell you how much time has passed. So far, the sun is still interacting with us the right way. What is the sun doing here, Tim? What are the shadows doing here? Are the shadows of the Cyclopses and things matching what our shadow is doing?
No,
Or is it different?
it's
No.
different.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There's
So
a
what are
time
their
field.
what are their shadows pointing?
Like noon.
but it's been like 6 hours. And if we
Mhm.
stepped in here at like what? So we'd stepped in here practically right at dawn,
Mm-hmm.
I think, right?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
no,
it was
that
like
would be
right after it. No, because we stepped in. Did we step
It
in here
was
at
a little
dawn,
bit.
or
It
did
was
we?
at dawn. It
Okay.
was around dawn. It was shortly after because he got taken
After,
away in the
after
middle
your
of the night.
guys was like arguing, moving stuff around, yeah, it was like I'd say it's been like 7, 8 o'clock when you guys started entering the maze.
So 8. So if you go with 8,
Mm-hmm.
then technically it's 2 o'clock for us, but their shadows are pointed at noon. Okay.
I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna send what is it? Dispel Magic worked for Cal. I'm gonna put a hand out, not putting my hand through the field. Dispel Magic, 3rd level.
I need a D20 roll.
With the casting modifier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it'd be charisma. Whatever your charisma modifier would be added to it.
I wanted to add on the fact that I was gonna say that if we were to pass through it, we might not stop in time. We might go to their time zone, and it would be
What
different from
matters?
our own.
So-
17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
So you kind of put your hand up to what barrier you think you can see and cast Dispel Magic. What you see is this ripple kind of like go across, and you can kind of see it rippling down the hedges and even to the far back part where you can see a potential exit, like 100 and some 50 feet away from you. You can see this ripple go all the way to the end and start to come all the way back, right back to you. And in that brief moment, for those with passive perceptions,
Mm-hmm.
the Cyclopses seem to have moved. And for those watching their shadows, time has passed by like 30 minutes.
By how much?
By 30 minutes for them.
Shadows have shifted just slightly.
Yep.
Huh.
And now these two are kind of like talking to each other. They're
Are they
sheep. So the
actively
sheep.
talking?
I mean, they're frozen, but you know,
Okay,
they've
okay,
approached
still
each
frozen.
other to say
Magic
something.
makes time move. Magic makes time move because we still see them frozen, yes?
Right,
And you doing that
blipped
caused
and then
time
they
to
moved.
pass.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait.
You guys are still outside the edge. So even though your tokens are all
So you
here, you
just-
guys are still
Whatever the effect is, it's a constant. It's not something we can dispel, from what I can tell. Yeah. Like we basically, Hydroon just hit pause on it for a split second.
Hold on. No, keep going.
Um,
I basically just fast forwarded time 30 minutes inside of whatever this.
and our shadows are still the same. Yeah,
Field.
Tim?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for you, the sun and your shadows are passing time as normal. For them, it jumped 30 minutes, but they're still behind you.
Still frozen in time.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
I'm back. I apologize.
flipped and paused it, which means either the object causing this is still somewhere in there, or this area in general is just in a different time. What if? Wait. When we split up from Timbers, right? Remember? Timbers thought it was only minutes.
And it was like 3 hours for us.
Mhm.
What if Oh, my brain is like right there. Give me a second.
It hasn't been at least an hour for you to apply a short rest.
What?
Replying to a message.
Technically, it's true. Technically, it's true.
So, can I put my same pinky in to see if it does the same effect?
Sure. Oh
I'm
yeah.
I'm asking the group though.
The
I'm
pebble
asking the
that was
group.
thrown has like moved to like another like 10, 15 feet. Oh,
It's a time stop field.
But it's still in the air, right? Or is it on the ground?
I mean, how hard did you chug it?
I didn't throw it very hard. I'd say I'd probably tried to throw it like over here.
Okay, so yeah, that's where it ended up landing, but after the jump.
Okay.
But they jumped, right? We didn't see them move to there.
No.
They went from their previous position.
It was like
to
a
just
blink of an
there.
eye. Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's like if you're watching a movie and you just skip to a certain part and it just
yeah.
jumps to like a different
That's what it should.
yeah.
I invite everybody to look at their spells and see what happens. Wait.
Mm,
We have this room is massive though. Let's see. From where I am, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40. It's 140 feet to the other side.
I am very tempted to do something dumb.
I am gonna do something dumb. I'm gonna stick my hand in.
Oh, we stuck a pinky in.
Whole hand.
Whole hand.
And then pull it right back out.
You shove your whole hand in there, and once it passes the barrier to your wrist, you can't move your hand. No weird sensation, no feel of anything. And then you go ahead and pull your hand out, and it kind of has like almost like a tingly feeling, but nothing bad.
They do shake it all about.
But it feels like fresh,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. Clean, fresh.
Could it be raining in there?
Well, no, I wouldn't think it would be raining because we would see the droplets of water frozen in time, just like
Oh,
the other things, right?
yes, but I'm like, our hands feel a little bit fresh in a way,
Yeah.
like clean. Would it be raining in there or not? Even
it
it
could
might
be.
be
I
a
am
perception.
I'm gonna reach down and basically like cover my hand in dirt, get it completely covered, and then stick it in, and then pull it out.
Yeah, so you rub your hand in dirt,
Clean.
get all nice and dirty, stick your hand in there, and then you get your hand all the way in there, and it can't move it or anything like that. You pull your hand out. No dirt.
No dirt?
No dirt.
Or frozen in the air.
No dirt.
Is there dirt? Yeah, is there dirt where I stuck my hand?
Nope.
Does it look like
No?
it washed off or it's just gone?
Just as if it never existed.
Hmm.
Oh, this might be a different timeline area.
Okay.
I think
So,
I'm really tempted to just. I'm really
oh no,
tempted to
I've
stick my
been
head in.
tempted to stick my head in for like
Yeah,
the last 15
well,
hold
minutes.
on, hold on, hold on, hold
But
on.
I'm not. Wait, you have. Wait
hold
a minute. Adrian, you've got Delta.
No, I wouldn't risk that.
Can
I
I give
really
Alita 4 of
Thinking
my
about as well. I wouldn't want to risk.
Have the Cyclopses moved at all every time we stuck our hands in?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and perma.
Oh, I was gonna
Or no.
ask if I can give out of character. Can I give 4 of my healers kits to Aelita, if you're willing?
Okay.
I
I have like 8 total.
okay.
So.
Can we see any sort of birds in here, or is it just the sheep and Cyclops? There's
So
no other.
basically, time is frozen right here. Anything we do wait a minute, time is frozen. If we go through here and we come back out the other side, we're gonna find that not a whole lot of time has passed. We could potentially save ourselves some time going through this bubble, getting to the next sundial.
Right.
But we also have to deal with 2 Cyclops.
If they're
Yes,
hostile.
however,
If
That's
they're
what also.
hostile.
think about it this way. It's its own time sphere. It's its own time bubble. Outside world, time passes, in the bubble it doesn't. But when we go into the bubble, in a weird way, it's kind of opposite.
I mean,
said
that makes
I
sense.
doubt we could sneak 140 feet across. We'll probably have to deal with them anyway.
Are they looking at us in a hostile way, Tim? Or
They
are they
look like
just
they're
talking
just
with each
idly
other?
chatting with each other.
Did they notice us at all?
Not that you can tell.
They could be farmers.
Cecile,
Still
stick Timber's
confused.
head in since you're carrying him. See what happens.
Is Timbers awake? Or am I just carrying a sleeping gnome?
As far as I know, basically Timbers, after we got out there, Timbers just went bleh. You know, just lay down and passed out and whatnot. So I guess unless someone wakes my ass up, I'm
I mean,
basically
I picked you up.
it's the world.
Oh, okay. I like look at Timbers like
I'm gonna
he's
say worst case scenario, if he's passed out, you got Nyla.
Does anybody
Who's
know what
also
Cyclops
not-
is
I,
like?
honestly, the temptation to just stick my head in is
The temptation is really big for this.
Let's see. I'm gonna do a history check. Sure. Oh, it says that. 18, 19, 30, 20. History. Do I know what Cyclops is? Potentially like, what they don't like.
They're most
into
Cyclopses are generally neutral, but they're chaotic neutral, so they can be easily paid by other people to fight for other side, which is why you've had probably no stories where Cyclopses have been both the hero and the villain of every story.
I'm gonna set Timbers down, not in the bubble. Oh,
Oh, we have a stealth check. Is somebody entering?
is somebody?
Do we have a stealth check? I didn't see a roll.
Oh, there's
Private
a roll.
roll.
No,
There's
it's
a
your
private roll.
Those are private.
I'm setting that gnome down.
So you doing it? All right. Yeah, you guys are like trying to figure out, okay, how do we go in? What are we doing in? And then a couple of you just kind of like look over and you see a frozen Alyssa, like just a couple of feet inside
wait, how
of the
good was
barrier.
the stealth check?
No.
How good
no,
was the
I'm-
stealth check based on my
I'm
passive?
reaching in for her sister
It-
is
it-
reaching
it
in
wait-
for
on.
her.
I wouldn't do anything without calculating risk. I'm reminding you.
Because your pass is what, a 17?
My pass
no,
is
look-
20 something.
Remember,
My
Alyssa
stealth
thinks
check
before
was
she leaps.
27.
Oh yeah, no, then I wouldn't have noticed her coming.
Alyssa thinks before she leaps. Timbers leaps and then he thinks.
She's frozen,
Yeah.
just standing there.
Yep. On the flip
I-
side,
Cecile would know that
I'll-
Alyssa takes a calculated risk.
Oh yeah, no.
I'll
like-
wait to see what everybody else does before we continue.
I
But yeah.
pull out my sending stone. I pull out my sending stone. So I've got one
Ooh,
with Alyssa.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got one with Hydroon. Because, like, way
Uh,
back before when we were doing the Misty Forest thing,
You guys split
we
up. Yeah.
split apart the sending stones and figured
Yes.
the sisters would be separated and Cecile, because if we split into 3, we wanted tanky people among the groups.
The helm could get you to
So
where they were
pulling
at. Yeah.
out, pulling out the sending stone with Alyssa, it's like testing
What happens?
what's going
after?
on there. Are you actually moving or not?
You send.
Yeah.
You don't see the normal like magic feel that had been sent.
Mhm.
And on Alyssa's person, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing
I don't get
happens.
anything back, and I don't get a confirmation that she got the message.
Mm-mm.
I now stick my head in.
You just
He
stick
does
your
that.
head in.
I walk in. Hydroon's walking in.
Don't just walk in. I took a calculated stealth risk.
Oh, I
put
saw
my
your
head in.
sister following you coming a mile away, which is the
I
only
know,
reason
but you
Cecile
should
hasn't.
stealth.
Cecile was resisting like crazy.
Stealth in.
So I assume Adrun is just in there now. Also not moving.
Ah!
Yep.
I'm right behind it. I'm trying to stay
I'm-
out of the sight of the Cyclops, so I'm trying to position myself behind Alyssa since she's stealthing.
Cecile is just gonna rub her face and look at Alita.
Don't look at
Don't-
me. I'm
no,
not the
no,
one
no.
that told
No, no,
Hydroon
no.
to follow her sister.
Oh, no. This is not a judgy look. This is a... Can you do another small dispel? Not a high level. But I just want to see what happens with those two in there.
I mean, yeah. Let me.
My head's in it though.
So
CC's head's in it?
the only
Yeah.
thing that's different, DC, you stick your head through it,
Hmm.
your head freezes, and your body goes limp.
Oh, I grab him
Oh.
then.
Oh no!
If
You
he
see the head go through
sticks
the
his
body.
head
He
in
sticks
and I
his head
see
in like,
his
hi,
body,
and then just...
if I see his body
Oh,
go
no.
limp, I'm gonna pull him back out. Because like there's an instant reaction of watching his body go limp and just grab and pull Furbolg back out.
Alright, so you pull the Furbolg back out. CC,
Is
do
he
you
still
know
conscious?
Giant?
Let me check. No, I don't.
You just remember a flash of buying sheep and the Cyclopses speaking Giant to each other. But you don't know what they
What
said.
did you... What... Can you repeat what they said?
Can I?
Do you know what language they were speaking?
Roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Ah, shit. I really need to reload my screen because it's lagging as hell. I'll let this roll first. I got a 4, I think. Plus 4, 4, so 8.
8. You really can't seem to get your head around what you heard and what you
No
tried to
language?
repeat. What you tried to repeat for Cecile's sake is just gibberish.
Would I know that Cyclopses speak Giant?
Yes.
Okay, I look at Cece and be like, wait, but time was normal in there.
I don't remember much, but it felt like it.
You heard buying sheep, right?
I heard noises and sheep being sold, I think.
Were the noises angry noises?
Badger?
The noise is angry noises?
From the
Like-
giant, from the
Oh.
cyclopses.
No.
No.
I'm gonna let Alita do a little blip first because I want to see what happens with the sisters.
Okay.
I did nothing wrong. I believe.
No, you gave us good information. Time is still passing in the bubble, just not for us.
What happened to me when I put my head in?
Your whole body went limp.
So
I grabbed you
Oh.
so you didn't injure yourself.
you know, any more than you already might have.
Mhm.
I'm going to
I shouldn't
walk
have said
up
that.
to kind of like the edge and put my hand not in it, but like against it,
Mm-hmm.
and cast Dispel Magic at 3rd level.
I need a d20 roll plus your modifier. Spellcasting
If
modifier.
I were to ever be hurt and no one's near me, I would shoot myself.
The urge to walk in for Cecile is so strong because Cecile speaks giant.
Yeah, let's resist that urge just a smidge longer, please.
I know. I know.
I'm so glad I'm talking more. Thank you.
That's what, a d20 plus my charisma?
Whatever your spellcasting modifier is, whether it be wisdom
That
or
would be wisdom then.
for clerics, I think it's
Or
wisdom.
wisdom
Yeah.
modifier. Yeah.
Whatever modifier you use to cast your spells.
Okay.
Wolf.
Yeah, that was crap.
Plus-
that's
plus what?
plus 5, so that's a 9.
Similar what happened when Hydrune does it. You give off the magic, but a much smaller ripple goes through the
Okay.
bubble. But you see, like in an instant, these two have moved. And one of the Cyclopses has moved toward.
Uh-oh.
Does it have weapons now?
Not that you can see.
But it's clearly looking at Alyssa and Hydrune.
Yep, walking towards them.
Like it's point blank no. Okay.
Their shadows seem to have moved like, I mean, hard to tell, like maybe a few minutes. It's not like a big half an hour jump or anything like that like it was before. This is much smaller.
How long did you say? Like 15 minutes?
Not even.
No, not even that.
Couple of minutes, maybe.
But it doesn't look aggressive in any way, shape, or form.
At least not in its frozen face.
What do they see when they look at... No, meta. Sorry. Never mind.
I don't know, they see your backs at the moment, so they really can't see what's on your faces either.
Yeah.
I say we all go in.
The real question is, out of character, do the Cyclopses see the other, like, the rest of our group
To us.
outside of this barrier? That's the question. Because if they just saw Hydrune and Alyssa inside, and they don't see who's outside, if they see a big group coming at once, they might feel threatened. That's my only fear.
That's your fear. But
Well, it'll also come
we're all
down
outside
to
right now.
the two that are inside the barrier. Do either one of you know Giant?
Alyssa does, we know
I
that.
don't think you said
Alyssa
Alyssa does.
No.
No, she
From what I
doesn't.
saw.
No. No,
I
but
thought she did.
I don't have anything that will allow me to That's the thing. I don't have comprehend language.
Alyssa's thing
Yes, I
only
do. I
says
have comprehend language.
internal.
Comprehend language, level 1. What are the giant? Is
Hold
the
on,
giant
hold on,
saying
hold on.
anything?
Hold on, because you gotta cast it. Not there yet.
Okay.
And then wasn't a belt given to Alyssa?
You'll have to check her
Oh,
sheet.
yeah.
She's on the phone with her boys.
Yeah.
I gave it to Alyssa. I don't know if she attuned to it or not. Because that's the thing. If she hasn't attuned to it,
No, she did attune to it. I remember.
Oh
a few
shit,
things
she's
back.
still got a manual.
I just I knew this about my character, but I can read any handwriting.
Yeah.
I'm like, if they only had a note that said something that I could read.
Then it would work. But
Then it would
they are
work.
talking, not writing.
all I'm saying is I don't see the belt as equipped by Alyssa.
I'm just trying to find the belt at all.
I don't think we added it as an item because Cecile's technically the one that got it. But I handed it off to Alyssa in exchange for that book. So I was like, this belt will help you more.
The manual of bodily health.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we exchanged those two, but after once Sammy's off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be right back?
I gave.
Yeah, we can here in a bit. Just buy some time.
I'm just asking, just general to everyone.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure I gave the belt and got the book.
Yeah, because the
I was like, the
belt
will help.
The belt for
Alyssa
you
more.
doesn't give you anything.
No. The book does. The book would make my strength be 22, which would actually increase it by 1. The belt puts strength at 21, which does not help.
No.
And I think it gives the ability to understand giant. I think.
That's why I was double checking because
Cecile
I think
already
it does.
speaks.
Yes, which is why I think you handed it off, because then that just makes attacks go out the window too, bringing the attack to 21.
So, I mean, I know Cyclops speak giant. Those two are in there. At this point, Cecile is strongly considering agreeing with Cece because the whole splitting the party is never good.
Mm-hmm. And there are now the minutes gap that you can visibly see is increasing.
Yeah, so time's going faster for them in there.
So, yeah, I guess the big jump is you guys jumping after them.
Yeah, I mean, like the Cyclopses don't look aggressive yet.
Not that you can tell, no.
And worst case scenario, I think we can leave the area okay. Maybe.
I think he should be here. Yeah.
And the sisters aren't reaching for weapons as far as we can tell.
Correct.
So they've been clocked, but they're not reaching for weapons.
I do say as well, like, don't reach for weapons. Don't.
Well, it's
I'm
that's not at all what I'm trying to determine.
I know. I'm just saying, based off what we're seeing.
Oh no,
like,
that I'm not planning on.
For CC, he's like, don't draw weapons when walking in if we were to walk in.
Oh yeah, no. They're not looking hostile yet. I'm gonna yeah, fuck it, I'm stepping in. Fuck it.
And
Quietly
you-
speak, giant.
So you walk in carrying Tibbers still.
Yeah, I'll pick Timbers back up and bring him in. Alright, and I'll say just like everybody just step in, just be calm.
Yep. And then you
So I
see
think,
the two of them go in and immediately freeze. Do you guys step in?
I do.
I guess I'll follow the Furbolg. Tyler, are you
Okay.
coming?
I'm still hesitant because I want to watch what
Either you
happens
come or I
first.
drag you in.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well, I mean, once you go in,
We've so for Nyla's sake, we watched the two sisters walk in and nothing happens. The only time we've gotten movement is if somebody does a dispel magic and it creates a ripple where we see them appear somewhere else, but we don't actually see anything happening from out here. It's almost like it's a different plane entirely.
I still don't like it.
Oh, I hate this entire maze, but
I think
Like I said,
everybody here would agree with you on that. This entire
okay.
maze is in
I
the players'
would like,
minds bullshit.
if it's okay, I would like to at least hang back 5 minutes.
because I think Alita's
Or-
hanging back 5 minutes in.
5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending on how it works, because I don't want to go in and just not feel prepared. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm
so
not
so
going
the info,
to leave you out here by yourself.
yeah,
Oh, thank you.
the info, yeah. The info of at least Cece, when Cece stuck his head in, he heard sheep, he heard the giants talking in there.
Yeah.
Like, there is time happening in there. We're just not experiencing it out here the same way they're experiencing it in the bubble.
But it was more like a memory in a way for CC to remember
yeah.
remember
This,
that. It was
yeah,
more of a
and yeah,
memory.
this is all out of character. Just what's happened so far is
Yeah. Then I'm gonna at
literally
least stand out away from the bubble, at least just for the extra 5 minutes before actually entering.
so yeah. And Alita's
Just
staying with you. So
caution.
Cece,
I said that.
Cecile, and Timbers by association, because I'm carrying him, are entering.
Alrighty. And with that, we will throw the BRB up, give everyone a chance to kind of stretch and whatnot. And then we'll see if everyone's good to go, and we'll pick up from where the two enter to begin with. It's now a whole new world has been explored. So we will BRB, and we'll see you guys shortly.
Yeah.
We return. So, oh, I did not mean to click on that thing. Where is? Oh, okay. My mouse vanished for a second. All right.
mouse is
right there. Okay. So the first thing that happens, actually, redact a little bit. Sammy. A while back, I think when you guys were still dealing with Neuron Vein, there was a trade that happened between you and Cecile. But we haven't seen it on the, because I think you were traded a Giant's belt for your book of the manual of, where is it? Inventory. Thor's got it.
Wellness or fitness or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because we were like, oh, does Alyssa have the Giant's belt? Because the Giant's belt does grant certain things. But I don't think we had added it to your inventory.
No, because I still have the book in Thor's inventory.
Okay. Well, if you want, we can say that then the downtime since that happened, you guys swapped it.
Okay.
So is it Belts of Giant Strength?
I also have a potion of Frost Giant Strength.
That too. Specifically,
biggest
the
thing with the
question was the belt. Your strength score becomes a 21. Because we were trying to figure out if Alyssa knew Giant.
The language?
Yes.
Common, Infernal, and Draconic.
But I believe the giant belt also gives you giant, if I remember correctly.
Unless it's a specific.
It doesn't.
It just might be a different. Because the one that popped up right away was Belt of Hill Giant Strength. Okay. Okay, well, it doesn't say it, but I would say for this, we would say it does.
You mentioned it at the time, from what my
Yes.
memory is saying. So.
All right, so yeah, so you got Giant if you've put on the belt, which also increases your strength to 21, which means now you ouchie harder because your strength is now a +5.
So my strength is a 21.
Uh-huh.
Cecile's been
other-
working on the book, but I don't think I've finished it, Tim.
No.
So.
I think we said you need one more long rest to complete it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sneak in to the bubble before anybody else. And as soon as you step through, The creatures spring to life, or what seemingly springs to life. The sheep grazing, the cyclops idly chatting with each other. But you're still stealthy. So what do you do in that couple of minutes before Hydrun walks in?
I'm just trying to make. I'm trying to go as far as I can towards the exit as possible
Okay.
before being spotted, if I'm spotted.
Okay. So you get to about the pond, some odd 30-some feet ahead, and you're trying to be stealthy, sneaking. Anytime the giants or cyclops start looking in your direction, you freeze and go stealth mode, ducking down probably in the tall grass or hiding behind a sheep that's just grazily idling along. And then after like a couple of minutes goes by, you hear this like suction pop. And as you kind of just glance over your shoulder, Hydrun is now standing in there like, what's up? But unlike you, not being stealthy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hydrun just pops in like, what's up?
Yeah,
Doesn't
you
wanna leave
see
me alone.
you see your sister about 30-some feet ahead, trying to be really sneaky. And in that time frame, as you walk in, the giants happen to glance that direction. And then they glance back at each other, and one walks up to the other. And it's weird because they exchange a few like unheard words. They're just kind of mumbling amongst themselves. And then you see them take, their pitchforks and whatnot. They stab it into the ground. Their shovel, he places it on the ground. And then you see their hands come up and they play some sort of a game similar to rock, paper, scissors with each other. One loses, and they're all like, oh, crap. And both Cyclops start moving in your direction, Hydrun. And they don't
Okay.
seem to have any kind of weaponry or anything like that.
Do they speak anything to where I can hear it?
They mumbled amongst themselves, but they haven't said anything out loud yet. They just kind of okay and start,
Alyssa's
slowly
gonna try to
walking.
while they're walking towards Alyssa's gonna try to kind of like do what she can to get towards behind them.
Okay.
So as they're walking this way, Alyssa's still trying to like sneak in the tall grass to where if something happens, she's behind.
Okay. Roll me another stealth check.
Okay.
Hydrun's just gonna put one hand up.
26.
Try to be
Oh,
as
yeah,
friendly
you
as
are-
possible.
To them, you are just invisible. So yeah, Hydra, and you're just kind of like hi, and kind of like, do you approach them as they approach you at all?
I'll take a couple steps forward, just being very, very cautious, but not trying to seem threatening.
Okay. Yeah, and one kind of sneaks up, walks right up to you. The other one's like not too far behind it. They're technically a little bit smaller than what they should be. Yeah, that looks better.
Are they huge sized?
They're large.
Are these 5-foot squares then? I thought they were 10-foot
10-foot.
squares.
Have
No,
anything
you're
that
right.
will
Oh, yeah.
allow me.
Yeah,
Speak.
that's a miscalc on my part then.
Okay.
So the one walks up
These
there.
guys are huge.
Hadrun is gonna say to the one approaching, do you understand common?
He kind of like stares at you. One look back to the other one. They mumble something that Alyssa can hear as, do you know what they say? And everyone's like, I don't know what they say. Do you know what they say? No, I don't know what they say.
Comprehend languages. Level 1.
What level is that?
It's
Or is it a cantrip?
It is. Well, it's a 5th level spell.
Cool.
Well, yeah, it gets upcast because you're
And allows you
warlock.
to understand and speak it?
For the duration, you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language you hear. You can also understand any written language you see, but you must be touching the surface on words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read. Doesn't decode any secret messages in text glyphs, such as, but it allows me to understand, but
Written.
it doesn't allow me to
I
speak.
can't speak it.
Yep.
So I can understand what they're saying. I just can't speak.
So you know, so as you cast comprehend languages, you can hear them like, do you know what they say? No, I don't know what they say. Do you know what they say? No, I don't know what they say. What the hell are you saying? I don't know. And then like one speaks, but in giant, like, you come to take bet, but you don't know what they're saying. Alyssa knows what they're saying, but you don't know what they're saying.
Like pet or bet?
Bet. You take bet.
Alyssa's still walking to be behind them.
So you're like sneaking like around the garden, trying to get behind him at all.
Yeah.
All right. And in doing so, you kind of pass the door to their cottage. Just in case you want to inquire. But you were moving along. And while you pass, seemingly unnoticed, the other Cyclops walks up, and when he does, he picks up a small boulder, scoops up a small boulder from the ground, and kind of gestures it to Hydrun. Then he looks downfield, where on the far side of the field, as he chucks the boulder.
How far does it go?
Goes about 100 feet. And
How big
stops
is this
and
boulder
kind
that
of
I threw?
rolls. Yeah, I mean, for a large creature, like a little bigger than bowling ball, he's kind of picked up and chucked it one-handed. And then both of them kind of look at you like,
So I'm gonna like point to a rock on the ground. I'm gonna pick up a rock about the size of a baseball.
Okay. And they kind of go, and in giant, they're saying, no, too small. You take rock. And they gesture one of the similar sized boulders. No, you take rock. That's too small. That's no good. You take this one.
Alexa, stop. I'm gonna gesture to them how tall they are, and do this, how strong they are, and I'm gonna look kind of.
Yeah, the boulders that they're gesturing are at least 2 feet in diameter, and weigh about 500 pounds, if not more.
Alyssa's watching all this as she's like sneaking by.
Hold on, let me see.
And they kind of like dumbly look at each other, like, how do we explain? How do we tell rules? We don't want no cheating.
So now Alyssa's like catching on, and is like debating: should I check out the cabin first and drop stealth, or should I check out the cabin and then come out and drop stealth? I don't know.
So, prestidigitation, I can't make like an illusionary object and kind of throw it.
Not with that one, no.
No. You are still unseen.
Thing to.
The belt doesn't make me giant, does it?
No.
It just makes me stronger.
A strong
Makes you
one. Yeah.
stronger and makes it so you can speak it.
Speak giant.
I'm gonna take a risk here. Hadrian's gonna take a risk here.
Don't hit them, I swear to God.
Hold up a finger. Hold up a finger. I'm gonna turn around and walk this way towards
Okay.
where I entered from.
When am I coming in?
So, as you turn around and look, you see faintly, like looking through a mirror that's submerged in water, you see your friends frozen on the other side, contemplating if they're about to follow you guys in. Still half reacting as if, oh no, they weren't. Crap. We gotta stop you.
Okay, I'm gonna step out. Is it normal time now?
Hold on.
Am I with the group?
Well,
And we step out, it's the first
as you start walking out the way you came, would be approximately the time frame that all of a sudden Cecile kind of just pops with timbers in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
whoa,
Jesus.
okay.
What about my head?
He was
That-
spaced away.
That
She was
that happened, yeah. During that whole encounter, at some point when the giants were approaching, there was a very quick boop ahead of CC and then pluck back. Very quick.
When Cecile pops in,
What's up?
they're not dangerous, but they are suggesting that I throw a massive boulder to either match the range of what they threw, or something could.
Well,
Cecile's just gonna look up at the two Cyclopses and be like, in giant.
oh, as Hydrune, like as you pop in and Hydrune starts explaining what's happening behind him, Cecile, you see Alyssa kind of just appear out of nowhere, standing on top of a fence post, being all like, I want to play too in giant. In which case, both of the Cyclops turn at her like, oh, you speak giant, very good, yes, very good. Like, they have a very strange dialect.
In giant, it's just like, what are we playing? What are we doing? What are we playing? It seems 2 versus 2.
Oh, you know giant too. Yeah, we can play. Yeah, we play.
Druid's hearing everything.
I'm gesturing to both of them like, these are your people to play with. I have nothing to do. I cannot
My
throw.
sister says we are the ones you want to play with.
Yes.
I say that in giant.
Oh, very good, very good. Man, we haven't had anyone to play with in a while. Okay, and then they kind of like very quickly look at each other. You set up. No, you set up. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I win. You set up. Okay, fine. And so one kind of like walks over to you guys as like it only takes a couple of seconds, like maybe about a minute after Cecile appears, that CC kind of just pops in next.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, hi, how's it going? And you see one of the giants begins to draw a line in the ground. Right about.
Okay.
Are we not? I say this again. When we pop in, I see the line. Are we not allowed to cross this?
We will
there.
explain rules. Do you know Giant?
Oh,
No,
no.
I don't.
Then he just looks at you and
I'll
goes,
turn and look at-
wow.
I'll look at CC and be like, we're playing. Alyssa and I are gonna play a game with them. Hold on.
Oh wait, if
maybe
you
get
don't,
the others
yeah,
to
if you
come in.
don't know
These guys
Giant,
don't
they
seem
just kind of look
hostile
at you
all.
like, oh, another one that does not speak. Okay, fine, whatever.
I look at CC and I'm like, maybe grab the others, let them know that these guys aren't hostile at all, and we're gonna play a game with them. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Step
Turn back to the Giants. It's like, okay, so how does game work?
Okay.
So I figured I'd
okay.
match the accent since we're speaking Giant. So
Oh, you heal Cyclop. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so the rules is very similar. You take one of these boulders and you go up to the line without crossing, and you chuck a boulder as far as you can go, and the furthest one to go wins.
Okay, so it's basically shot put and javelin combined. Got it.
But since you
Chuck rock.
mostly tiny, I don't care how you get the boulder downfield. Up to your imagination.
Oh, what is tiny?
But the rules of the game, the character's boulder must fly farther than the Cyclops's, and to win, how the characters accomplish this is unimportant to the Cyclops.
I'm gonna hand over.
But the
Timbers.
boulder can't be dragged or carry, and at least fly part of the distance.
Gotcha. I'm gonna hand Timbers over to CZ because Timbers is still napping.
Yep. And
Your turn with the gnome.
it takes about 5 minutes. CC like half goes through the
he's coming.
portal.
Yeah, that's right. He's grabbing
Grabs the other. So all of a sudden, you guys, the two on the outside, see
I'll just
just
put Timbers down.
forward motion, and then all of a sudden, even though CC isn't near the barrier for you guys,
Mhm.
you see CC's hands come out to the barrier and try to like grab for you two.
Like,
Wait,
where
Tim,
are
you
the
said there's sheep
Okay.
around, right? You said there's sheep around?
Yes.
I'm gonna take Timbers and just put him on top of a sheep. It's like, here, it's a bed.
It's nice and fluffy.
You know, you wake me up.
Yeah, you're napping on,
Yeah, no,
you know,
I
a little
like
blanket
that.
now.
Wake me up.
In the background, Timbers
I was
is
just
the
gonna, like-
sheep's just walking around. You can see Timbers like
Nyla's gonna grab CC's hand.
Yeah,
The Cyclopses go to collect a couple of these boulders and brings them over to the line and plops them down. And
I'll look at one of the Cyclopses and just be like, you say small. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop a giant smite to be the same size as
so, like, you step forward, like, ha, ha, ha. You say small, right? Yeah. And they're like,
Yep.
yeah, you small. And then you pop the giant smite, and they're all like, holy crap, you got as big as me. Very good. Me like.
And reach out, forearm clasp, just, you know, because we're making an agreement to play this game.
Can
So-
I do something to do something? Once I step through.
Yeah, so you guys get grabbed and you guys get pulled through. So it's been a couple of minutes, but yeah, you guys walk in to see two Cyclopses talking to a much larger Cecile.
Whoa.
And does anybody else in the party know Giant?
No.
At least out of
No.
the three that came in. Yeah, so essentially, other than Cecile and
And
Alyssa, everyone's just kind of. But to them, they're having quite a good conversation here.
I'm just gonna relay to the group. They're playing a game. Just
Well, if we gotta make it fair, we gotta make it fair then. Alyssa, enlarge.
Bet.
Right.
As soon as I hear that, I'm stepping off the fence post because I don't want to destroy their fence. But yeah.
Wait, can she? Okay, wait. I actually want to double check that because that's 10, 20, 30, 40. That's 50 feet. That's quite a distance.
these are 10-foot squares.
Yeah. So she's like 50 feet away because that's 10.
Well, if I hear your voice, and
Um,
I'm sure I do, I would walk to the other side since they're making rules.
But yeah, we got to be on this side of the line anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So
okay,
it will
okay.
hit. You're fine.
I was making sure you could hear me.
Oh yeah. No, I can hear you. Oh.
So now Alyssa's twice his size.
so this is the same size as you, Cecile.
Yeah, there are now 4 large individuals talking about this.
Oh, but wait. So yeah,
Four
Nyla
large people
makes the
speaking giant.
conversation. and goes, "Hey, we're going to make you larger too." So now the Cyclopses are like, "Holy crap. This is great. You guys are our size, which means you can throw them too."
I
And then
kind of want to like do what Cecile did and like shake hands, the whole Viking forearm shake kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Large individual to large individual.
And I'm
We have
gonna
an agreement.
say in giant, you go first. You two show us how it's done. We'll go after.
Oh Jesus!
Whoa!
Huge.
Why? Why?
Did somebody
Why
guess large
feel
on
that
top
big?
of Cecile larger?
you
What?
think a gnome is sleeping. From what his woolly part, he goes, "Nah, we need larger. We need to be the largest thing in the room." So yeah,
Oh,
Alyssa
good
steps
God.
back, and they're like, they rock paper scissors to be like, "All right, you go or I go." It's like, well, there's two of them, there's two of us. We can have two games. Why not? It's okay. So one gets up there and he picks up his boulder and he's like, okay, and he gives a mighty heave ho.
Evil.
And he is boulder. Do I even have a boulder token? I do not have a boulder token. All right, so we'll do number token. Let's go numbers. So his first throw, his boulder lands there. He does not know why, but when he chucks the thing, corner of his eye, he sees movement, and when he turns his head back, he now sees Alyssa. Cecile, like, oh, holy shit. In giant, of course. I was not ready for you to do that. So he angrily, like, stomps
I'll
off
say in
into the
common, me
garden.
neither. But in common.
And then gestures to Alyssa to go.
Strength check.
Yes.
Rage.
Figure that was coming.
Yep. Rage. Okay.
She picks up this boulder and starts to look like she's preparing to go, and but as she's like warming up, just and just yeets the boulder.
Yeet. Do you say yeet when you throw it?
Yeet.
And then remember, you have to add +2 to this.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
But you get
currently
it
my
with it,
strength is
so you get it with
19.
advantage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, your rage
See.
gives you +2 on top of that, huh?
So what? It's +6. I can't see that number. 19.
23.
It would, yeah, it would be 25 then. Your roll.
So
Yeah.
25 on the strength check.
Wait, not athletics?
Not for
I
this.
get advantage on that
Not
too,
for
so it doesn't
this?
matter.
Okay. I mean, I'll get advantage.
Not on it.
Oh, actually, it's 26. So if she put on the belt, you've got a +5.
The
for your
belt is
strength now,
the
rather.
belt is activated, so strength is 21, and then the enlarge gives a +2 to strength.
Oh, it does?
So it's a plus.
At
Hold
least
on.
it should, right?
So my
I-
roll is 19. My
Yes.
strength modifier right now is +4. It should be +6.
No,
so that
+5. If at 21, it's +5. 22 is when it hops to +6.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Advantage to strength
Which
to
is why
saving
I
throws
didn't
+2 to melee strength. Oh, to melee damage with strength weapons. So you don't actually. So that's still a 23, but that's still great.
So
yeah, the only
strength mod should be +5, and then raging. I thought, is that not to hit?
it only applies to melee
The
damage
damage?
with strength weapons.
But I'm raging. Advantage on strength from raging.
Yes, you get the advantage on strength. So So that plus, I mean, it shows a +4. Your character
be
sheet on
+5.
my end should be +5, so that's a 24. But that still puts your throw.
So I only get 1. So the belt only gives me
It
a
still
+1.
goes there.
No,
It-
I know, but I'm
well-
trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
yeah.
it right.
For
Yeah,
you,
basically,
because you go up a plus modifier every 2, and your strength was a 19. The belt
Yeah.
forces it
So
to be
20
a 21.
Yeah, so 20
So
and
at-
21 are considered +5. 22 is when you get +6. It's why
So-
Cecile didn't put on the belt. It's because it wouldn't have changed any modifiers whatsoever
hmm
for her to put on that belt.
So it'd be 19 plus 5, which is 20.
4.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it just goes up. It's just for a reason only still calculating your +4.
See, I was
Um,
trying to figure out why it was +5 and not +6.
So really, it's just strength and not a whole ass athletics check.
You're massive. You're
Yes.
gonna throw
I
it
am.
over the hedge.
Except the problem is, if it's a strength check, I just get advantage. So, but with larger size, depending on the weight of the object, it goes further.
Mm-hmm. So the other Cyclops is like, okay, I'm not distracted by a large lady. I will now show you what true strength endures. So he picks up his boulder and he winds up and he yeets as far as he can yeet. And his boulder lands solid right in the middle of the field. And they both kind of look at each other and go, well, let's hope that big lady can't throw far. Size does not mean strength. And he's like, yes, brother. I agree.
How big is this bowling ball size thing in my hand right now?
In your hand, it's probably like a grape.
It's like
Yeah,
a tennis
'cause-
ball, softball.
Because for large size person, it's like throwing a
bowling ball?
basketball, like like basketball kind of thing. For you, it's probably like,
It's like a
softball.
softball.
Yeah.
Hold
So you
on,
can
they-
full on pitch this.
Timber's busy, kind of like, how's it like, hold on, sorry, 1 sec. He gets up, stretches a bit, and he comes over to the now giant Cecile.
I mean,
Puts a hand, they say, like, kind of like puts a hand, like pats her on the shin or whatever. I can reach one out, touch her as a, whatever you're doing, I have faith in you. You got this, and I cast guidance on Cecile.
Isn't,
Ooh.
hold on.
Hold on, is your current spell a
Guidance-
concentration?
Enlarges
Is
the
guidance
concentration. Guidance, I believe, is concentration.
It's a
Is
cantrip.
guidance?
It's,
Is guidance?
I-
concentration?
it is.
Hold on.
Damn.
What is it? Instant or concentration?
No, yeah, it's concentration. Never mind. I don't cast guidance. I basically
Okay.
give, just tell Cecile you got
I thought
this.
it was Nyla that cast the spell, not Tibbers.
Oh no.
Nyla cast the spell. on
Nyla
me.
cast it on Alyssa. Timbers
I-
casted
okay.
large on
So-
Cecile.
After
was sleeping-
Cecile
Okay.
used her rune.
Yeah, and I basically from the sheep, I basically kind of like playing sleep. Basically faking sleeping on the sheep. I was basically like, you know what, pointing finger at Cecile and like enlarge.
Timbers is like, oh, the Cyclops are impressed that the ladies are now their size. Let's make her larger.
Yeah, let's make
So-
it bigger.
So is Cecile large or huge?
I'm
Huge.
huge right now.
Huge.
Huge. So Cecile is currently 29 feet tall.
God.
And her
Yeah.
and her boots are digging into the ground a bit.
I'm sticking a little bit. I'm way fuckload right now.
But yeah, go
Like,
ahead and
yeah.
yeet your boulder.
Trying to decide if I want to use the other rune. Because I get 2 uses per long rest. Or actually per short rest. Wait, is it short or is it long? Pretty sure it's short. Double checking.
I'm glad this is
Yeah,
a
it's
nice
short
room.
rests. Yeah, so fuck it. I will go ahead and invoke my frost rune again. 'cause it's on short rest. So I get an extra +2 on top of this. So it's I'm gonna roll this. So add +2 on top of this. I get advantage.
You are
on
making
damage.
sure you get this thing.
It's
Real
still the
smart.
fact that it's not athletics that's killing me. But let's see.
Hadroon's gonna
Computer
say
don't
this to
crash.
Seal. And
So that is actually 21.
give it some arc.
So it's a 21. Now the real math here is the math that you don't see behind the scenes is because depending on your push drag lift will actually depend on the weight of the thing and how far it goes. So the fact that I'm huge right now actually by itself gives me a big bonus to this. Because if this thing weighs like 8 to 16 pounds and I've got a push drag lift of like, I don't even know fucking what.
I thought your normal was like 600.
My flat, nothing added, is
Can-
600.
Can you just roll a dex check?
A dex check?
A dex check.
Dex check.
Just curious of how this would go.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Yeah.
she full on shot puts this thing across the field.
Shuttlecock it.
Hold on.
So yeah, you chuck this boulder. You chuck this boulder and you line drive it directly across from where you're standing. It is like a dead center, if only you were a QB for a quarterback kind of thing. Your receiver is going long and you are connecting. It hits the other end of the field. And you see this, it hits what seems to be this barrier, which you can kind of see ripples out from the exit as it continues to go through, and then you see it just freeze. But in that moment, you realize that it's not frozen necessarily in midair.
Uh-oh.
It's on the other side of the bubble
Uh-oh.
Oh.
at your exit.
Uh-oh.
It has passed beyond
Oh, so that's still going.
your field.
Yep.
That rock's gonna hit something. We gotta be careful when we leave. Nice.
Yeah.
To which, do you stay, Tibbers, do you keep her at size or do you drop her down? Because moving is a little difficult right now, I would say. Or I could ask the same thing to Cecile. Do you drop size with your rune or whatnot, or stay just...
I'll basically kind of keep close to Cecile, and I'll keep enlarge on, just in case.
Enlarge on. Okay.
The Cyclops
I don't know if there's more than one.
run
round to
over
this,
the
so.
fence and they go up to that first boulder thrown, and they're just like, they're like hunched over, looking at it, looking up at each other, looking down the field, looking back at you guys, looking at each other. How did we lose? No, I don't know. How did we
wanna play
lose?
again?
I thought we were. Did it? If we play again, you cannot be so large. But we accept? Double or nothing?
That.
Sure. Dammers.
And they, like, the the Cyclops look at each other. They, like, high five, like, fist knuckle high five. You ever want to do it? They're like, oh, okay. Now you must give it your best, brother.
However, before we start this, if we lose or tie, we go to round 3 and it'll be best 2 out of 3.
We accept this proposition.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'll look at Timbers and be like, go drop it.
All right. As all right. This like all right. So I drop. I go ahead and drop. Enlarge, but I'm at least also gonna at least cast guidance.
Give guidance. Okay.
Give guidance. Cast guidance on Cecile.
And as the first Cyclops starts preparing himself, you know, the other one kind of walks back by the two of you like, we can up the ante.
What?
How so?
No restrictions. Give it everything you got. Translation this round would be athletics.
With athletics. Yes.
Bet.
Okay, so they're both like, let's go. Hey, brother, what? Give them the carve. All right. Like, so the most of the party, they're just, but to the three of you that can understand it, this is getting good.
I say, does anyone else understand this?
This is getting interesting. Just up the ante.
And so on the fifth shot, so round 2, he chucks his boulder and it lands just a little bit further. It kind of like hits and rolls a little bit, just a little bit further than what Alyssa had thrown. Mm.
Okay.
I did.
That wouldn't necessarily do because you got to lift boulder. You can't wield and boulder. I
I'm
like.
not necessarily wielding. I have an idea. We'll see how it works. Though.
Okay, I'm curious, but not sure. But okay. So yeah, he's all like, "Ha ha! See, better than first throw," and kind of jumps across the fence and gestures to Alyssa as it is your turn to throw.
Okay. I have inspiration if this fails.
I am very curious.
Yeah, I'm burning
You
that.
need that inspiration.
Yeah. Not much better.
Still better.
Yeah.
25, right?
No, it's 23 because it's
24.
athletics.
Oh, athletics. Okay.
It's still 24 because you get the
Athletics.
it's +5
Okay,
for your
so it's
strength,
still not.
+4.
It's still not fully calculating. Your strength is +10.
Well, I don't
Right now,
have
so
I don't have the item in my inventory, so I can't activate it.
We're just rich. We're making the modifications, so we do that.
Yeah.
Were?
I don't have
We
the
just
item.
gotta put it in yours.
I already did though.
Where?
It might not be. Well, it might not be showing on the character sheet attached to D&D Beyond, but it's on your character sheet.
Okay.
Because it's
Okay.
technically one of the attuned items.
So it's a 24.
Yeah.
So yes, it's actually a 24.
Okay.
And considering that you so at roll 6, you throw just to the edge of the hedge. Like yours lands in front. Your boulder almost like as it starts to fall down, tip just the top of the other Cyclops' boulder, which gives it a little extra oomph. And as soon as you hear the clink of stone on stone and it gets a little extra oomph and rolls further, the Cyclops immediately to the side of you was like, oh, play dirty, I see. Okay, good shot. I say anything, we say anything goes, but okay, I see how it goes. Like, he is somewhere between impressed and like, damn, we're going to lose again. Just how he's talking. And he's like, okay, brother, you're up. And you gotta go
It's a no
back.
holds barred match.
So they're all like, okay, here we go. I give you advantage, and this is how you repay me? Okay. So roll 7.
You.
roll. Dink. So it throws it pretty far, hits the ground, kind of rolls a little bit, but then you just kind of see, like, if you ever played bocce ball, the whole roll, and it just kind of clinks to the one that his brother threw.
Makes his
And-
brothers go further.
Just by the
Or no.
smallest amount. Just by a small amount, but not really enough to really show. So still Alyssa threw further than the two of them. And they're both like, so close. And then he's like, okay, big lady, not so big lady. Let's see if you could do better.
Yay.
I'm just waiting for Cecile to nat 20 this and just yeet it over the hedge.
So right now, athletics is plus 17? Because I have the rune going.
Look at Sammy's face. That's it all.
Oh my god.
I want to know. How
This
big's
is,
the
this
number?
is why
I
she
rolled
was
so poorly though. Oh, so it's only a 26.
Bard. Bard.
Cecile, roll a
What?
d4 and
Oh,
add that.
guidance. That's right.
Yeah, roll a d4 and add that.
I mean, you got a bard in your party that could very quickly
Yeah, Bard.
do something.
Nat 4.
Currently I'm at 30.
Well, if I did something, the only issue is the spell would drop with.
Not
Is
inspiration.
bardic
Charge.
inspiration a concentration? You only have to worry if you try to cast another concentration.
I believe it is concentration.
Inspiration?
Bardic
Okay.
inspiration? No.
Nope, no,
should
'cause
be
it's a
should be
one
an
and done.
instant. Yeah, should be an instant.
Yeah, it's an instant.
You just have to perform or do something to give it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nyla's in the background doing some sort of cheering on the girls when they're throwing.
Oh yeah, Hydrun is sitting there every time.
Oh no, I guess
the
you are
girls
right.
throw,
It is.
she's just
instant. What
So
am I
I'm
thinking of
re-rolling
that's-
this with advantage? Is
You
that
might
what I'm
be
hearing?
thinking like guidance and things like that,
Am I
like Chicken was
re-rolling
just
this?
having.
Maybe.
Am I?
Yeah, no. Nyla is cheering on for. I'm using my last bardic inspiration slot and cheering on for Cecile.
So I'm re-rolling this.
Do you want to reroll?
I'm getting inspired. Fuck yeah.
We'll keep the guidance the same.
Yeah, the guidance is staying.
Okay.
So
Oh.
grand total
34,
39.
38?
Oh god.
39.
Now I'm just curious.
Wait,
Dex,
Yeah, 39. Dex check again.
Dex check? Yeah. Just to see how accurate is your throw.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Watch
Yeah.
it. It was way
Yes,
beyond
Griff. Holy
the-
shit.
30. My God.
Oh. I know what happened. I know what
Oh
happened.
no. Oh, you might have to roll for him.
The rogue is broke. Yep. As the
Oh,
time
no.
stop computer. The suspense. It's like basically everyone's like, and Alyssa lies there, Cecile winds up and goes for the pitch and yeets. And it moves in the air, into the air, to the air, to the air, to the air, to the air. Where will it land? Nobody knows. Okay, let's just keep going. It's for the
Oh god,
suspense.
that's
Oh my
not what I
gosh.
wanted to do. That's not what I wanted to do. That does not count. That's
Holy
What the fuck
shit.
is that, dude?
Holy shit.
Holy misclick, my dude.
oh,
Holy
my
shit.
bad.
You
Somebody
just see
tell
a
me what that
Fireball
says.
just. 57.
Fireball damage at
That is a
57.
Fireball. 57 damage.
13d6.
Nyla, no.
So hold on, that was a high end roll, like a level 7, level 8 roll?
That was a level 8 misclick. I'm sorry. I'm trying to
13d
scroll up.
13d6. Nyla rolled a 5,
13d6?
5, 5, 6, 3, 6, 1, 6, 5, 1, 6, 5, 3 for 57.
Your average was 5. My god.
I'm sorry. That was a misclick. I'm sorry.
In
That in battle.
in combat, that would have been a solid fireball.
That would have been huge if you were actually in combat.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying to
Yeah,
scroll
look at
up
that.
and I'm like, why is my thing not working? Click fireball.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay because you might have seen an 11 on the die, but nothing came up, so you're gonna have to re-roll it anyway.
Okay.
Because I can imagine, like, all of a sudden a random fireball just goes right past the giant's head. It's like, what the fuck?
Are we trying to say
Yeah,
that
let's not
that
have
that Cecile yeeted the rock so hard it just ignited into flames? Like,
Right.
Pretty much.
Lucille created a meteor.
Cecile threw that fastball. That's what that was.
Small fire turns to big. Boom. Oops.
yeah, because we're all waiting for the dex check numbers, and it's like, wait, why isn't it popped up? And I looked, and we're all like, oh no, we broke the rug.
Yeah. Hold on. I
Yeah.
turned this off earlier, but I'm feeling that this is still part of the issue. That. Try it again. Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
Threw a meteor
Eh,
across the field.
It's a
She
9.
threw it. It caught fire and was like.
Eh.
Heads towards tower.
Only a 9.
So, still, you yeet this thing harder than anybody before you has yeeted this boulder.
Mm-hmm.
It just rips into the air, and both of the Cyclops are like, oh no. You see it soar high. It's not even close to coming down yet, and it collides with the side of the bubble. You see this whole ripple effect as it like shakes the entire dome. Like you can now actually see that you're in some sort of a domed bubble. And the Cyclops are like, oh no, 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 no. And it just ripples harder and harder, and then all of a sudden your boulder just disappears. Unlike the other one, you don't even see it frozen on the other side.
I'm gonna
Just
look at it.
gone.
It just
look at CC.
you
and
just see
say,
this massive rippling, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at CC and say, well, that one's definitely out of the ballpark.
Definitely out of the ballpark with this one.
I hope that's not him for the village.
Let's just hope it doesn't hit the tower.
No, we're facing towards the tower, hypothetically. I turned to the 2 giants. Just. Or the 2 Cyclopses.
Both of the Cyclopses are just arms at side, staring up at where the boulder disappeared. Oh, it's gone.
Sorry about that.
How did you?
Do you need that?
Would you? What?
I've thrown much larger boulders. Look at Alyssa.
Have you ever
Look
thrown a person?
Yes.
On a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Alyssa's just like, yep.
And then the brothers like glance at each other. Imagine if she threw a person into another person. Brutal, dude.
Tornado
And-
force shit.
And they like kind of like look back at the just now that the ripple is like stopped and everything. I guess we have to give you something.
I mean,
in
Ask them
the
if they have any information
Oh.
about the maze.
That's,
One-
I mean,
one of the Cyclopses goes into his hut, his cottage, and after no time at all, comes out with a rather large, hefty chest, plops it on the ground. I guess you can have what's in here.
Are
This
you
is
sure?
we've collected
Out.
some things from other people. Other people have come through here, but
Oh.
we normally don't lose.
Alyssa's just gonna kind of nod and head over to the chest and open it and be like, I'm gonna assure you right now, gold and money is not what I'm after. If anything, I might just leave something in here myself for you to remember us by.
Mm-hmm.
what is in the chest?
In the chest are a couple of potions of healing, or greater healing, I should say.
Okay.
There are 4 small jars of a unique liquid,
Okay.
and inside happens to be it's an item that looks to be about the length, maybe a couple of feet long, that's covered in cloth. Alyssa, it kind of looks like maybe some sort of a bow.
Ooh.
I will take that.
I'll
And-
ask them any tips on the maze.
Maze?
Okay. That
I don't know
tracks.
they're in the maze.
How long have you been here?
They kind of look at each other and kind of shrug, like, we tend sheep, we play game.
It's decent there.
Okay. As long as you're happy. That's all I care about.
So yeah, so the chest has like a mound of gold and, different like rocks and
There's a particular gem.
not really
catch my eye.
not really like stone, but like when you crack open a rock, geode. Geodes. And then yeah, there was the couple of potions, a couple like 4, what did I say? 4 of the
4 of the jars of
jars.
liquid.
Yep. And then the bow. Otherwise it's just kind of like, as you said, stuff that really doesn't really matter to you.
So I'm gonna take this bow and we're gonna take these jars of liquid. But you can keep the gold. We don't really need it. In fact, Alyssa is going to look in. She's gonna summon Thor. Thor's gonna pop down on her hand. It's gonna be weird, but I still have 2 star sapphires, 10 skull butters.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, so I also have this. You might see it as a toothpick, but she leaves a javelin,
Mm.
and because they like to throw things, so I'm like, fuck it. I leave them the javelin, and I leave one of the star sapphires in there.
Mhm.
Let me see, what else do I have? You said there were potions of greater healing in there?
2, yes.
Yeah, I mean that's all I'm gonna leave there for now. But I'm gonna leave them 6 of the skull butters, leaving me with 4.
Okay.
Be like,
So
we got this from somebody we saved. Would think you might like it.
as you drop in your tribute, the Cyclops that is holding this chest open for you, his gaze just kind of like snaps to you. In which case,
Mhm.
what is it that he says? Oh, all he says is beware the flowers.
Thank you.
And then
Beware
he
the
kind of like
flower.
it's almost like he's almost like very lightly, very quickly possessed as he like just kind of like stares, beware the flowers, and then oh yeah, thanks for the tribute.
No
Nice.
problem.
Closes it
Yeah.
up, thanks you, takes his chest back in, and comes back outside, and his brother joins them, and he's just like, well, the only other thing you can do freely because you won is
Leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so Big Alyssa. Is anybody still outside the barrier?
No.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
So as you guys are passing through the field, one thing that you'll notice as you approach it is that the boulder 5 that was bounced off and hit, it's cracked and split open.
Oh, okay.
Let's look at it.
Inside that particular stone is a topaz gemstone.
Because I
Nice
missed
grab.
the end of last session. In the last room where Alita did dispel magic, was there a gem?
No.
Okay. All right.
I mean, there could have been, but not the way you guys got out of there.
Okay.
I'll look
No
at
stress
the
then.
Cyclopses and be like, cool if we take this.
They just kind of shrug.
All right, I take that as that's okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing. We had fun.
I'll like look at them and be like, twist your hips more. Get your abs behind it.
Like you give them tips on how to
Throw
go
better.
about it.
Yeah.
All right. And you
They
guys
were
head.
impressed. Just be like, so
You
do
guys head
this.
to the end of the barrier, taking the topaz with you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cecile's sitting there going like, you need a
A little bit better for him.
All right.
Yeah. Why not?
You guys go to the end of the barrier.
Yeah.
And you guys depart. And as you're
I'll put my-
passing
Yeah.
as you're passing through that boulder that was there, as you like slowly pass through the barrier, it just continues to go through until it looks like it hits the hedge, and then you lose sight of it.
Disappears.
And
And there's
then
no hole in the hedge.
not that you can see. And you guys completely step out of the hedge on the other side.
Mhm.
You guys are just there's the path in front of you. It still kind of zigzags as the rest of the maze, but you're just on the far side of the barrier. Sun is still shining in the sky.
time is it now? Where are our shadows?
Hold on, we need to get to the sundial first.
Just get this sundial. Yeah.
Alrighty. So you guys poof, from here. Select. You guys walk the path, zigzag, zigzag, until everything that behind you is just kind of lost to the maze. And after a couple of minutes, you guys step out into a small clearing to where there is a sundial.
What do you know? Another sundial.
Who was carrying the
oh.
topaz?
Cecile.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Fucking
I stuck
breaker.
it in my pocket and it's gone.
You don't know where it went.
Okay.
Hmm.
There you go. We're good. Okay. We're
But
good.
everything else you
Alyssa's going
took
to
out,
look at the sundial.
everything else you did take out, did come with you.
Okay.
Thor has them. Except I want to cast identify on the bow.
You want to cast Identify.
Well, she's doing that. What time is it? Judging off her shadows and stuff. How much
About
time is it?
11:45
11:45 p.m. or a.m.
a.m.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So
We
a
went
Okay.
back into
full-
We
it.
went back in time.
Like Cecile is sitting there, like she's stopping, like she turns herself north, and then she stands there. She's like,
And you swear that when you guys approached the Cyclops'
like
farm, it was like 2:00.
Yep. We went back in time. I knew it. I knew this place ran around time. First off,
"That's
was
good though."
Okay. So
Hypothetically.
the bow, you don't learn its name. It is a bow that seems to be made of both shadow and light. But you can tell through the identifying that in order to wield this bow, one must attune to it by calling on their deity.
got it.
And even though it's still kind of, even though it looks like it's kind of wrapped in shadow, it kind of gives off like this healing aura.
Healing aura?
Healing aura. You think that there is somebody in your party that could wield this?
I haven't talked to the boys in a hot minute. So see Alyssa looking at this, ask the boys and be like, "What's up with the bow? Looks weird."
You need a healer for this one.
Alita.
Yeah. Cecile will just look at the bow and look at Alyssa and be like, "Boys say that a healer uses that."
I'm gonna walk up to Alita. And I'm going to hand her the bow. And just say this requires attunement. But it's yours.
Do
Okay.
you take it?
Alita will take the bow. Yes.
And I also comment, this is a mixture of light and dark. Just so you're aware.
Almost as soon as Aelita takes it from you, the bow's name kind of echoes in her mind. Broad Shadow.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, technically, this sword also kind of does the same thing. Ish. I mean, you two are.
But you identified it. So even though you're not quite sure who, you kind of had that feeling of who would wield it, you know what it can do.
Mm.
So from identifying that, you know that it doesn't require ammunition. So this bow is a basically +2 short bow. Get a +2 to attack and damage roll with this magic weapon. and it has the 3 following enchantments on it. It has Lightbringer. Short bow doesn't use arrows, but conjures motes of light when the string is pulled back. On a hit, this weapon deals an extra 2d6 radiant damage. On a critical hit, the target must succeed a DC 20 con save or be blinded for 1 minute. The bow has 20 charges, resetting at dawn of each day.
Ooh.
Second enchantment is Shadowbane. The last target hit with this weapon cannot see the wielder of the bow. They'll see the rest of your party. You just kind of become invisible to them.
It's got
An,
perfect.
an invis dead shot healer. Love it.
And this third enchantment is called Aura of Healing. On a hit, the conjured motes of light erupt into an aura 10 feet wide in all directions from the point of the target. Each creature within the aura of the wielder's choice gains 1d6 healing, and then the aura immediately fades.
Ooh.
Alright.
Thank you.
Ta-da! It's going to require a
can
little
publish
bit of
it.
attunement, but as you figure out pretty quickly, and with the identify, it requires attunement by connecting your deity or patron to the bow. So a little bit of downtime, and voila.
Okay. Well, that's going on, Timmy.
Mm-hmm.
What is the sundial doing? Are we any closer to the tower?
All right.
I think
This
no matter what
sundial.
sundial we come to, we're not going to be closer. But I have an idea.
You have 2 directions that the shadows are going. It's pointing up. It's pointing just to the left of it. So it's pointing this way
We
and this way.
should short rest.
Short rest would be great.
Sure. That's just an hour, right?
At least an hour, yeah.
At least an hour. Yeah, I mean,
Here
we technically
Well, which one would
somehow
benefit us
regained.
more? Yeah, we
I
gained time through that one.
I hesitate to do a long rest right now.
How
I
long
don't
is a
want to do
long
it not
rest?
in this place.
8 hours.
8 hours.
Or 8 hours.
That's a long rest. I mean, technically mine is 4, but that's not helpful for the rest of you.
Oh, yeah.
Short rest, I can agree to.
Do you happen to try to identify the jars?
Yes.
As you pull it out, you don't even need to identify them because someone in your party, Cough Cough Cecile, knows exactly what they are.
What are these?
These are 4 jars of Fey honey.
Like,
Fey
Cecile
honey.
wasn't paying attention when they were in the box. Like, it's just like, oh, Cecile's, or Alyssa's grabbing stuff. So Cecile looks up
So the jars,
and
this
goes, that's
is a-
Fey honey.
it's a potion. It's a rare potion. Has the consistency of mercury with a brilliant silver iridescence, but it has a sweet, intoxicating flavor. So it's almost like, you have this silvery, shimmery liquid in this jar. When you consume this honey, your charisma score changes to 21 for an hour.
I'm immediately giving one to Cecile. I'm keeping one.
The honey has no effect on you if your charisma is equal or greater than 21. When the effects ends, you must succeed a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, roll on the Wild Magic Surge table as a burst of Fey energy erupts from you. Creatures of the Fey type automatically succeed on the saving throw.
Yeah, Cecile's just swirling it around. It's just like, this is how I got through meetings.
Well, that one is
but
yours.
there's
I'm keeping one. Who else
an
should get the other
after,
two?
like Cecile's like, there's an after effect.
It kind of comes full circle for the amount of times Cecile has explained that you guys have wondered how Cecile has always been in a leadership role, even though charisma is really low. And as soon as you bring out these jars, Cecile's like, this is how I managed to do it.
Yeah. This is how I
Because
deal
since your
with
subtype is Fey, you automatically succeed and you don't erupt into things. But anybody else that were to try to take it,
Yeah, y'all, it's gonna do some funny shit. Or bad. Or neutral. It depends. You guys know what wild magic is.
I say we give two.
Chaos, you say? Chaos, you say?
What, Timbers?
What'd you say, chicken?
This, I heard the funny shit you say.
No,
Random
we're not giving you one.
random magical stuff happens.
Do you know how big the
I say one for Cecile, one for Alyssa, one for Hydroon.
Hedrun, what's your charisma? You're muted.
I think
Let me check. Charisma. 18.
oh, Timbers does need one.
Give one to Timbers,
Save it for special occasions, Timbers.
please.
Like what?
You never know what
Like
we're
how
gonna
to
happen.
convince people.
Social parties? Okay. Yeah, no, yeah, I'll be alive for the party then.
You know what I
Sorry.
mean?
Explode.
So what's it called again?
Fey honey.
Fey honey.
Your charisma becomes 21 for an hour, and I have a charisma of 12.
Alita needs
so
one.
I'm keeping one. So we'll
Yeah.
give the other one to Alita then.
The two elves in the party are the ones with the worst charisma. I love that so much. We are just nonsense people. It's great.
Talking
That-
to people
you're a
isn't
paradox.
important.
Mm-mm.
As an elf, you are a paradox.
Love it. I fucking love it. I
Hey,
also
honey,
just
look
loved
at it.
having flawed characters. So
So is this some item?
it should be an actual item. I made sure to add it to the collection.
Fey.
No, hold on. We're not gonna give one to you.
it's
Your charisma is high.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
just said you handed one to me.
No, I
We're-
asked
we're
you what your
determining.
charisma was.
Oh.
So me, Cecile, Alita, and Timbers have Fey honey. If you go to manage inventory, you can search up Fey honey. It's right there. You can add one to your inventory.
If Timbers drinks it at some point that is not a good point, I will
Oh, we'll
forget
know.
what chilling bullet it is. I say this in character. I'm like, if you drink that at some point that's not the right time, I'm gonna forget a healing bullet.
Don't worry, I'll forget my healing maul.
oh yeah, I
Alright.
thought you were making up the part of Fey type automatically succeed. It's like nope. So yeah,
It says
welcome
it right
to
there.
How I got through
What
98% of the meetings. The other 2%, someone wanted to see how bad I was. They
while
were
they're
doing
handing out the honey, can I see what direction the shadows are pointing on the?
They're
Yeah.
pointing at
Yeah.
Alright.
12
North.
and 10.
North and northwest.
So after that happens, Alyssa goes back to the sundial and is just rubbing her head and is like, okay. Everyone, should be close
I'm
by
gonna
for this.
confer.
I have a
Yeah, I'm gonna
hunch.
confer with Cece because Cece's been taking notes this whole time because Cece never stops taking notes.
Yes.
So Cece was just gonna confer with Cece the directions. Can we? I don't know. Roll an insight, intelligence, something to see if we can deduce because we've now gotten what?
Cecile, you're gonna think
Got-
I'm crazy, but I think we should all link arms, and I'm gonna try to grab the sundial.
We've got 5 readings now so far.
Yeah, we've got like 5 readings. Can we deduce anything?
Unfortunately,
I
no.
know. I know
God,
that one. There's. I know that there's all but one time it was always pointing north or up.
Yeah, the second room was the X,
Okay.
but
Like, are we gonna short rest?
I think we
First,
should, and then we
let's-
should.
I mean, we're identifying stuff. We're talking and whatnot. So I'd say that's a short rest, Tim, because we're trying to take our time.
Okay.
So if we're identifying, we're checking things out, and we're just sitting. So short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah, short
Yeah.
rest.
I will grant a short
Short
rest.
I
rest.
hesitate to do a long rest here.
Short rest. And in the short rest, can I cast Hero's Feast for everybody? It does last an hour, so which is nice.
It takes us practically an hour or two to go down a path. So that's my only hesitation with Hero's Feast.
We don't know if it would be beneficial in the next room or not.
Yeah. That's my only hesitation.
I just figured it for the immunity for frightened, which is why.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no,
again,
it's-
it only
it's-
lasts an hour.
Yeah, it's the time frame of how long. Wait, no, Hero's Feast. That's more than an hour.
Yeah, it lasts for
Hero's
24
Feast-
hours.
Yeah,
Oh, it lasts
that
for a
actually
full
lasts
day.
way longer.
It only lasts
yeah.
an hour to eat stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
gotcha.
so I find it beneficial then.
Oh yeah.
The only thing that's not beneficial is we don't know if it's going to be poison related. I know that frightening would be beneficial.
Then
Immunity
that's
from
fine.
It's not going to hurt in worst case scenario when we come out of this maze. If we're in the middle of the thick of it right away,
We'll
then
have
we
a
at least
little
have
bit of
that.
a buff.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you cast Hero's Feast. You guys kind of just chill out here, trying to contemplate what to do and whatnot.
I mean, if we're chilling here for a second, Aelita's gonna start playing with her new bow.
Okay.
After the short rest, Alyssa pops the idea to the group. Everybody link arms, get ready. I'm gonna try something. We'll see if anything happens. If not, I feel like we might have to go west again.
Aelita, give me a wisdom check. And then
I'm just chatting with the boys in my head. What'd you get? Sorry, talked over you.
Cal.
Working on it. I
Oh, okay.
had to reset my above VTT.
Yeah, I'm just chatting with the boys to see if they've got any theories on this maze and
Full
fucking
wisdom check.
Zonthal.
Unfortunately, even when they were alive, the boys only have read about this. They're experiencing it with you at first time too. And what troubles them is that there's no real way of knowing if you guys are going forward or backward or anything like that.
Cool, so
That
not
would
just
be a
me.
20, good sir.
Well, shit.
Damn.
Nat
So yeah,
20.
during the short rest, you commune with your deity, which I believe is Mistra.
Yes.
Basically, in that, like, for everybody else, it only takes a couple of minutes. For you, a few hours maybe, as you're communing with your goddess about the bow. She is very interested in your bow, because there is no written or researched lore on it. Even the almighty goddess of magic has no idea how that bow came to be.
Okay.
However, she feels that it is powerful enough, especially in the healing and evasion, and would allow part of herself to connect to the bow so you can use it effectively. So,
Okay.
as you come out of your small meditation, you are connected to your bow through your goddess. It's almost like by her granting part of herself to connect to the bow, it's the reason why the motes will now heal on every hit.
Also, if needed be,
I
with
was right, you get
Hero's
10.
Feast,
Mhm.
you all get 18 health back, or add 18 health. Timbers.
So we get plus 18
that-
health.
18 on top of our
I
max.
already added the 18. Thank you very much.
So you'd get
So,
18 temp health if you were already at full, or you regain 18 health
I regained
if you've down.
Nyla.
Oh no, it's not. It's not temp health because Hero's Feast health is different. You get 18 added onto your max.
No.
Yep.
All right.
Remember
Then
that
you
from the
got
last time we
then
did
you
it.
got overhealed.
So, question:
Yes.
if I have 201 health, I already have 16 temp health. Do I add 18 to the temp,
No.
No.
or add 18
This
to
is
max? So it would
max.
be
What grants your
two-
temp health? Because
Wait,
temp
where are
health
you
only
getting temp
lasts a while.
I think that was
Temp
from
health, that's from a while
before
ago.
country left.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
might want to pull that off,
Temp health only lasts like a minute to an hour, and then it fades.
or at
Um,
least when you take a long rest, then it
Yep.
goes away. Typically,
Okay, so max HP would be 2.
You said you're at 201, so 219.
Would I just add that to temp health, or
No.
no. So if you click on your health or your max health on your sheet, like if you
Mhm.
don't leave above VTT, down towards the bottom, it has max HP modifier or
Yeah.
override max HP. In the max HP modifier, add 18 there. Because that'll add the 18. Because what Hero's Feast does is it means if you take damage and then you get healed during that 24 hours, it'll go up to that
Max.
with the plus 18.
Okay,
Temp
so I-
health, once temp health goes away, temp health's gone.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I have
Okay.
219 health.
I got 189.
Oh.
Nice.
I forgot. I was reading it. I forgot if it was temp health or the max override. So I didn't know which one it was.
I was gonna say, because if it's temp health, I already have 16. So does that
Mhm.
just give me
Uh,
like 30 something?
No. Temp health is
No.
one of those things where if you get like 5 temp health from killing an enemy and then you kill another enemy for 5 temp health, it overwrites. It doesn't add.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't stack temp health. Hero's Feast's buff is different.
So
It's pretty good.
as you guys are hanging out, I'll let anybody roll it in any capacity. But you only get one roll. If someone can break a DC 30 perception check.
No, I'm not gonna roll.
I'm gonna try.
You said
Even-
any. I would say
Hold
we
on.
can-
Let's find out who has the highest plus on perception.
I mean, you all can roll
Yeah.
at once. It's just, yeah.
Oh, we
Yeah.
all can. Okay. I would still say whoever's got the best buff, maybe you throw
got
them
plus
some
8 with
guidance.
The thing is, even if I rolled perception, I won't break 28.
Mm,
Oh yeah, no, I won't break 26.
I won't
Yeah,
break
I
I have a
28.
plus
That wouldn't be able to
10 to
break
my
28.
perception.
So elite
Yeah,
is our best
I-
chance. So I
I wouldn't
would
break
almost say if we
22.
can throw some guidance elite way on top of like
Hey Badger,
hint, not judge, but
can I use guidance on myself?
Yeah.
What do you have for perception? Plus what?
I got +8. And with
See,
guidance,
even-
that
you
gives me at
should
least.
guide Alita because Alita has a +10.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I give guidance to Alita then. Follow what the party says.
Can I assist Alita instead of rolling my own? Because, like, I'm also intrigued. Like, once the boys are like, we're experiencing this on our own, I'm watching Alita attuned to this bow and whatnot.
Because she just attuned to the bow, I will say yes, one time.
I can assist her.
Yes.
Okay.
So you
you've
can
got
roll it with
guidance, you've got
advantage.
assist- so, Alita.
So I don't know if you want to roll the
Okay.
d4 for guidance first. And then
Yeah, I'll roll
roll
that
that.
first.
just to kind of knock that out of the park.
Oh,
Okay, good so far.
So now you have to get at least a
16 or better.
26.
So
Well,
16 or
yeah,
better.
16 or better.
And you've got
29.
advantage. Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one
By
short.
one. By one.
Damn.
Does anybody else have guidance or anything that could help?
I mean,
Or like
we took a
enhanced
short rest.
abilities or
Does
something?
Bardic Inspiration come back on a short rest, or do those come back on a long rest?
I need to reread that. I haven't checked in a bit. That was a hot minute. Your bardic transformation.
I know they all come back on a long rest, but I don't know if you're high enough level in Bard to have it
Short rest.
short rest. You get
No,
like half of it or whatnot.
Okay.
I can
Does
try.
Does CC have anything?
I don't believe so.
Take your bows. I mean, someone's
I-
gotta have. Somebody else has to gotta have guidance. I can't be the
I
only
have
one.
haste.
No, it does. Oh, wait.
Oh, it does?
Oh, it does.
Hmm?
Bardic inspiration. Reroll it. Reroll. Reroll. Go ahead and do the reroll. Sorry, I got
Okay.
excited.
Am I re-rolling with that advantage again?
Yeah.
That's how I always roll it. Yeah.
No.
Nope. So
close.
29.
So close.
29.
Would it be a waste
So-
if I did another?
I think you can.
Damn.
So it's a reaction-y situation.
Mm-hmm.
What did she get with the 29?
You want me to try?
Anything with 29?
There's this moment of thinking that because in every direction there's 15 feet and then that's shifting maze kind of thing. There was a moment where you thought that after a certain time frame, like maybe after the hour, that you could see some of the hedges move and you caught a glimmer of something down one of the paths, but then it vanishes just as soon as you come in. You don't
So-
quite see what
Harry
you
Potter
needed to
shit.
see.
Which path did she see that down?
E.
This is some Harry Potter shit.
You said E is an echo?
Well, south.
South.
So for me, everything from top is A, B, C, counterclockwise.
Mhm.
Okay.
All the paths are alphabetical.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh yeah, path E. Oh yeah, your version just sees south path.
So, yeah, the leader thinks she saw something.
whatever opening she thought she saw just gets covered up by moving hedges.
So there was something down that path, and then there wasn't.
And with us sitting here for an hour, is the sundial still pointing to the same spots, Tim? Been sitting here for an hour?
Let me double check. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as without noticing it move,
Mm-hmm.
you get the X formation again.
The X formation. So it's right now. It's at the X.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Is it doing the spinning thing again?
How close are you to the sundial?
I'm looking at it now. Like I
Looking at it?
noticed that if I'm looking at the sundial and I'm seeing the X's.
Yep. So looking at the
X.
sundial, you start seeing once you notice the shadows are X's, they start doing the spinny, the spinny, shrinking, spinny, shrinking, spinny.
But we were still sitting here for an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we go through the X again, or do we go south?
Or do we wait an hour? What if it changes again?
I mean, we could end up sitting here, though. We still don't know what the right path is.
I have a hunch it's the solo shadow.
I mean, the solo shadow is what we followed the first time.
No, we went opposite direction of it.
No, Timbers went. Timbers followed.
You did
pointing,
go the opposite.
I thought.
No, we went the opposite. I'm almost certain. Timbers, do you remember?
Remember what?
The first path with the solo shadow. Which way did you go?
North.
So you followed the shadow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after we came back, I was suggesting we went the way of the shadows, but everyone's just against it.
For right now, it's
The
an X,
thing
yeah.
is, the shadows represent time.
So time.
I don't know how I know, but the shadows represent time.
So think of it as a
And
clock.
I have a hunch that we're supposed to follow the one where the shadow is noon. Just straight north.
Okay.
I feel
Well,
like
right
the
now it's an
one
X and it's
shadow
doing the
points the
spin.
way.
And your shadow
Right
gets
now it's
smaller and
spinning.
smaller and smaller and smaller, and you guys know what happened
Are we
last time you
feeling a
saw
pull?
this.
Yeah, we're gonna get sucked
Are
in.
we feeling a pull towards it
Mhm.
though?
No one's tried touch.
We should link arms.
All right, everybody, back down the rabbit hole.
Grab your neighbor. We're
Yep.
going in.
All right, so you guys link arms, and whoever's up front puts their hand over the
Who's after
sundial.
the short rest and all that. Yeah.
Mhm. Whoop, 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 and you guys just kind of.
I finally link arm with Lyra and Chicken.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yep. So you
Oh,
guys
Everyone
get.
links arms. Don't worry. Everyone links arms before we go.
Yep. You guys link arms, and one by one, you just kind of feel yourself get lifted and sucked into the sundial. And after what feels like just a few seconds pass, you guys, just a few inches or so off the ground, land on your feet. And before you is a sundial.
I look at it.
You see shadow pointing north and east.
Which is what it was the last time we went through the X.
And we go. What are the shadows doing?
Our shadows?
No. The shadows on the sundial.
Pointing at north,
Do they do
and east.
anything after a
Nope.
couple of minutes?
Nope.
Nothing?
Nothing.
I would say. Wait, last time we were here, we went away from the shadows. So going north and
guess-
east.
My guess is this way.
Guess is which way? Yeah, split the difference. At least there's
Yep.
more of a solid path.
Because taking the one where shadows haven't been has not been working. What if we go in between time?
I think Sarah's heard so far. Let's go.
In between time it is. We should go this way.
All right.
Yep.
So, as we are approaching our stop point, you guys head off between the shadows towards what, well, I consider it B, the B path.
Yeah. Bravo.
You guys might have to move your maps a little bit to see. However, as you guys are going down that path, you zigzag for a couple of minutes and then you come out to a very narrow pathway. And right at the edge of where the hedge opens up into it, ahead you see a bubbling fountain filling the pathway. Large bright flowers grow on the hedges on both sides of the fountain, each blossom shimmering in the light. The air smells particularly fresh and sweet here.
Don't touch
Flowers.
the flowers.
And this is probably a good time for us to stop this week, as we will pick up next time entering here. And I will say, just to give you guys a little bit of ease, based on choices you all have made, 2 rooms have been bypassed in this maze.
Nice.
I know there was a bit of high stress the last couple of episodes when we've been stuck in the maze, but based on choices, even though you don't know what choices were made, based on choices made, 2 rooms have been completely bypassed.
Cool.
So, we will end here this time, and we will pick back up next week here in this lovely garden with shimmering flowers. And we'll see how well everybody gets through this one. So until then, we will say adios to Kicking YouTube, and we will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
Wee.